Assalamualaikum students, welcome to your mathematics class. In this lecture, we will cover the exercise 2.2, it's question number 4. Question number 4 states, prove that x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equals to x plus y plus z into x plus omega y plus omega square z into x plus omega square y plus omega z. We are given with two sides of an equation and we have to prove them equal. Taking the equation, we have the left hand side and the right hand side. The left hand side is the simplest side and the right side is the complex side. Whenever we have to prove, we always take the complex side. So taking right hand side, in the right hand side we have been given with three brackets. We always know that whenever the brackets are given, we have to first solve them. We won't solve the three brackets simultaneously. We will first multiply the two brackets and then the answer of them to the third bracket. First of all, we have to multiply the brackets having the omega. X plus y plus z will remain the same in all the steps and we will multiply second bracket with the third bracket first. X plus y plus z is the same. The rule of multiplication is we have to multiply the first digit of the first bracket to all the digits of the second bracket, then second digit of the first bracket to all the digits of the second bracket and the last digit to all the digits of the next bracket. So x is going to multiply with x plus omega square y plus omega z. Again plus omega y is going to multiply with the full bracket and in the last omega square z is going to multiply with the full bracket. So multiplying the brackets, x into x will become x square, x into omega square y will become omega square xy, omega z into x will become omega xz. Same goes for the next, omega y into x is omega xy, omega y into omega square y, omega cube y square, omega y into omega z is omega square yz, and lastly, omega square z into x is omega square xz, omega square z into omega square y. So omega square and omega square will become omega 4. Along with it, yz. Omega square z to omega z will become omega cube z square. In the next step, I have arranged it. I have arranged it according to the values of x, y, and z. First of all, I have written all the squares. X square written first, then y square, which is omega cube y square, then z square, which is omega cube z square. Then I have written the values of xy. This is omega xy, and then we have another xy, which is omega xy and omega square xy. So they both will be written together because they are the like terms. Definition of like term is always whose variables are same. So we are having the same variable xy, so I have written it together. Next, xz, we are having two terms of xz here, omega square xz and omega xz. So they are written together. Then the last is yz. We are again having two terms of yz. One is omega square yz and the last is omega 4 yz. So they are written together. But instead of writing omega 4, I have written omega dot omega cube because we are having the value of omega cube but we don't have the value of omega square. Here we have to put the values of omega cube. The value of omega cube given to us is omega cube is equals to 1. So all the omega cube will be replaced by 1 and from omega xy and omega square xy we can take xy as common. The bracket will be omega plus omega square. In the next, xz and xz are common, so we can take them. Again, yz and yz are the common numbers, so we can take yz as common. So in the next bracket, x plus y plus z remains the same, x square remains the same. Instead of omega cube, I have written 1 cube, y square remains the same, plus omega cube is replaced with 1 cube, z square remains the same, and these two digits I have taken xy common and the remainder is omega plus omega square. In the next two digits, omega xz and omega square xz is common, remainder is omega plus omega square. In the next digits, yz is common and the remainder is omega. Instead of omega cube, I have written 1 cube and plus omega square. Now you can see we are having omega plus omega square in three of the brackets. So we have been given with a value of omega plus omega square as well. This is equals to minus 1. It could be omega square plus omega or omega plus omega square. Both are same. The cube of 1 is 1. So the brackets will become x square plus y square plus z square plus xy into omega plus omega square plus xz into omega plus omega square plus xy into omega plus omega square. Now I will replace all the brackets of omega plus omega square with minus 1. It will become xy into minus 1, xz into minus 1 and yz into minus 1. You all know that multiplying 1 with any digit, the answer remains the same. But this minus sign is making the difference. So that minus sign will change the sign of plus to minus. So the equation will become x plus y plus z remains the same, x square plus y square plus z is also the same, but plus xy into minus 1 will become minus xy, plus xz into minus 1 will become minus xz, and plus yz into minus 1 will become minus yz. This is actually our formula. A plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca, that is equals to a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc, which is actually what we are going to prove. But we are going to prove it using the multiplication method. As I told you before, after the multiplication of the two brackets, we will multiply the answer with the third bracket. So now x, y and z is going to multiply with the full bracket. So x is going to multiply with x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus xz minus yz. Same goes for y, it is going to multiply with the full bracket. Same goes for z, it is also going to multiply it with the full bracket. That is the last step. Now we have to open the bracket. X will be multiplied with x square, it will become x cube. X into y square will become x square y square. X into z square will become xz square. X into xy will become minus x square y. X into minus xz will become minus x square z. X into minus yz will become minus xyz. Same goes for the next bracket, x square into y, x square y square into y cube, z square into y, yz square, minus xy into y, minus xy square, minus xz into y, minus xyz, minus yz into y, minus y square z. Same goes for the next bracket, x square into z is x square z, y square into z is y square z square into z is z cube, minus xy into z is minus xyz, minus xz into z is minus z square, minus yz into z is minus yz square. To have a clean look of the equation, we can see that we are having three cubes, x cube, y cube and z cube. Talking about the other digits, plus xyz, is there any other term having xy square? Yes, plus xy square will be cancelled with minus xy square. You all know that the same digits having the opposite signs can be cancelled with each other. Coming to the next, xz square. Is there any other digit having the minus sign with it? Because this term is having the plus sign. Plus xz square will be cancelled with minus xz square. Next is minus x square y. So we have to look for plus x square y. Here it is, plus x square y and minus x square y will be cancelled. Minus x square z. So where is plus x square z? Here it is. We will cancel both of them. Minus xyz will remain the same because we need it. Minus 3xyz, so there will be 3 xyz's here. Y cube is also needed, so it will remain the same, plus they both are not having any common digit with them. Yz square, where is minus yz square? In the last, so we will cancel both of them. Now comes minus y square z and plus y square z. They both will be cancelled with each other. Now we are left with this x cube minus xyz, this y cube minus xyz, z square and minus xyz. So we are left with x cube plus y cube plus z cube and 3 xyz's. Adding this minus 3 xyz's, we will get x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3 xyz. Practice it twice or thrice, you will feel at ease.